Hello folks, and welcome back to another Wizegamer video. In today's video we're going to actually be covering BFA 8.2. In today's video we're going to have a basic guide and a look at the return of Ashran. Now Ashran used to be a 40-man versus 40-man back in Warlords of Draenor days. It was a great battleground because it gave conquest. It was a great means of getting conquest other than doing arenas or raided battlegrounds. Now at this moment there's not a lot of information about the 8.2 Ashran. So a lot of the information, if you do look it up, is either for a couple of years ago, so on and so forth. So today, hopefully some of the knowledge that I did pick up and some of the gameplay that I actually did will give us a more clear focus of exactly what to expect for Ashran 8.2. This battleground is for levels 100 and above, so it's not just for level 120s. Now I did try entering Ashran just to see what it would do by the traditional way of going to Storm Shield for the Alliance and entering via the path. And basically if you're going that way without queuing up, you're going to be inside of Ashran, but nothing else is going to be there. There's no NPCs, there's nothing, there's no mobs, the place is just empty. So if we open up, let's see here, where is it? If we open up Group Finder, or if you just hit the I key, it's going to do the same thing. And let me actually get rid of my image there. And we could actually see that for this week, it happens to be the Brawl also. So if you queue up via the Brawl this week, it runs out in about another 3 more days. If you queue up this way, you're going to get the additional rewards, both for completing Ashran and then both for completing the Brawl. So basically, the Brawl alone, once that's complete, you're going to get 5 Marks of Honor, you're going to get 65 Conquest points, you're going to get 200 Honor points, and then you're going to get the Footlocker box, which is going to have an epic piece of gear. Hopefully it's an upgrade for you. But it doesn't end there. It's actually now part of the actual list. Specific battlegrounds, if we go down to that, and we scroll down a bit, we're actually going to see Ashran somewhere in the list, which is right here. So you could do it all the time. It's not just a Brawl. So you could do this anytime. And they also added Winter Grasp in this expansion also. So BFA is not the favorite for most PvPers because they took out the vendors and all that stuff. But in my opinion, they are trying, and they do have the most PvP events than any expansion I could think of. So now we have all the 40-mans back pretty much, and we also have War Mode, the quests for War Mode, so if you complete those quests you get more Conquest points, more Honor, and then we also have the traditional battlegrounds, arenas, and RBGs. So the next thing to do now is just queue up. We'll wait for that queue to pop, and then we'll get in there. The queues this week, I don't know if it's just because of the hype, because it just came back, so it's new now, and because it's a Brawl also, there has been quite a few players. It's just good. We'll have to see what it's going to be like in another couple of months. So right now the queue times have been pretty quick. They've been within a couple of minutes. So we'll queue up, and then we'll get ourselves an Ashran and give it a closer look. Okay, so the queue finally popped, and now we're in Ashran. So as we could see, it still looks like it used to if you used to play back in the day, except minus the PvP vendors that used to be inside this building for the Alliance side. Now again, I am playing the Alliance side in this video, but most of the steps that we're going to cover also works for the whole battleground, including the Horde side too. It's just the quests, the NPCs, all that stuff is going to be, of course, different in the camp. So if we open up the map, we're going to see that the main objective, if you've never done Ashran, is if you're Alliance, you want to make your way up to the top north, but you want to follow the group. You want to make sure that you stay tight with the group in here. And then for the Horde, you want to make your way down to Storm Shield, which is the Alliance camp, and fight that boss. And there's also 5 side events. Brute's Rise is one of them. Then we have Molten Core, Ashmall Burial Grounds, Ring of Conquest, and we also have the Amphitheater, which is also called the Racetrack. So these are the 5 main side events. And then some people will do seal of, I think that's Kodor or Kodak. And there's a mini boss there, so on and so forth. Now let's go over some important items used in Ashran. If we notice back here, we have a Guardian. Each faction has a Guardian. Once you accumulate, what I'm going to show you in just a few seconds, you're going to be able to summon this Guardian, and these Guardians come and aid you in battle. What these are is artifact fragments. Artifact fragments is probably one of the main currencies in all of Ashran. Basically, you get these by killing players, mobs, so on and so forth, is going to give you artifact fragments. If you're in here for like an hour, you can accumulate a good amount of these. But the thing is, you have to be careful, because if you die, and it's very easy to die in Ashran because it's 40 versus 40, you will lose 50% of your fragments. So if you've got 100, you're going to end up with 50. So you got to be careful about that. So it's good to hand these in. And then once we get up to a certain amount, there should be something in here that actually tells us. Here's something right here. So if we click back on him, we're going to see how many artifact fragments do we have. So if you click on that, he's going to let you know. Currently we have 2,960 and we need 3,000 total, so we're really, really close. Now once this happens, I think that's when we could actually summon this guy, and he's going to come and help us. Plus they give you a lot of honor. For every 5 you turn in, you're going to get 2 honor points, as we'll see a little bit later in today's video. Now there's a couple of NPCs that actually accept these. He's not the only one. We could see that this guy also has it. We have a few people here that actually take them. So fragments are a big thing in Ashran. Now something that could definitely help with that is if we speak to this guy in the Alliance camp. I'm sure that the Horde has something similar to this. And we look at this item right here, we're going to see that this is called the Disposable Pocket Flying Machine. And basically what this does is if you're out in the field and you don't want to come all the way back, these will send back your fragments for you. So they will turn in and you will still get counted just like you normally would, the honor and all that good stuff. The only downfall to this piece right here is that it's got a 2-hour cooldown. So you got to be really careful on how you use it. You don't really want to use it if you only got 5 fragments. And you don't want to wait till you got like 100 fragments. You like to turn them in before that point in case if you die. So timing this is very crucial because you got to wait another 2 hours to use it again. And then there's some other nifty items in here that you can check out too. There's an item in the game called Songflowers. What Songflowers do is that they're going to increase all your stats by 15%. They're a great addition to your macros. So if you want to add it to like a one-shot macro or something like that, you could do that when you're in Ashran. And they're usually farmed where it says here, the Dark Woods. The Dark Woods is the best area that I found when it comes to farming these Songflowers. There used to be some other items in the game too that you could get that did some pretty cool stuff. It was class specific, and only a few classes got them. Not every class got them. But one of the best ones was what Pallies had. Paladins had one. It was called Libram, or something like that. And what that actually did was you could use that on the opposite faction players, and it would send them to jail. So in other words, if you're fighting this guy and you're having a tough time and you can't kill him, if you got that item up, you could send him to prison, and it's going to take him out of the battle. So those used to work really good because each camp has a jail cell in it. So they're going to end up in that jail cell, and it's going to take them some time now to come out of it and catch up to the rest of the group again. So that was another cool item too. Priest had one that was really cool too. They used to be able to go way up high on top of buildings and stuff and actually hit players down below and be able to do them damage, but they were out of range of getting hit themselves. So that was a pretty cool item too. It's not really that fair, but hey, it's fun if you play a priest, right? So basically, guys, that's it for the most important items at this time that I could think of. Okay, now we're going to go out and join our team. And again, I'm not going to play this much longer because I don't want a very long video. And again, I got most of these objectives already done yesterday. So we're going to go out and meet them all. They're staying pretty stacked. This looks like a good group. They're staying organized. Now, back in the day, we used to have a pre-made group called the Avengers. And we used to just kick ass because we're all on vent. It was about 200 people per day just doing Ashran all day long. And we would literally get conquest capped in no time at all. Here comes some of our aides to come and stomp on some of the horde. So yeah, so in those pre-made groups, we used to just own this place. But right now it's been mainly just pug groups, but they've been working pretty good. I would say at least a 50% win-loss ratio at this moment. Now, I'm alone here. I think some of the Alliance are coming, and there's some horde right here, so let's see. Now there's also an add-on that we used to use, and it used to help considerably with all the side events. It used to let us know what time they were going to start. So it would usually pop about 3 minutes before it would start, and I don't know if I'm here alone. I think I am because I'm dying. Yes. And it would actually let us know a couple of minutes before, and then we had a head start. So we would start heading there, and we would get everybody buffed up, gold wells, all healing type items, and get ready for the event to actually pop. Now, of course, the Horde used it too, and it was called Ashran Body. But I tried it. I got it yesterday, and I tried it in 8.2, and it hasn't been kicking in. So I don't know if I don't think it's working yet, because the version I have says 7.1. So I don't know if that makes a big difference. I guess it does. So right now, I'm not getting that to actually work. But I'm hoping that the person that came up with the add-on will support it now that Ashran is put back into the game. Go down. There you go. You too. I'm very undergeared compared to a lot of players now, you know, because I haven't been playing a lot, and I don't do any mythics. I don't really do any dungeon play at all in Battle of Azeroth. I just mainly do my dailies. I've been working on my reps for the new riding. I'm gonna die. How to actually hand in. Hand those in. Got a couple of honor right there. Let's see if I got any more. And I do. So like every 5 you get 2 honor. Let's see. Wow. I should have hit tons more. Let's see, bunch. Wow. Okay, so there's 25 fragments. It's giving me 12 honor. Wow, I got a lot of these fighting like 5 minutes. See how many you get? Okay, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so right there, just alone, I made about what? Maybe like 50, 60, maybe even more honor. So again, guys, just a fast recap. You got your main 5 side events. You got your 2 main bosses. The Horde boss being to the camp to the top, War Spear. And you have the Alliance boss that the Horde has to kill down in our camp called Storm Shield. And then you have these items that you have to play with. And that's pretty much it. Now another thing too, the Deserter for this battleground works different than the other battlegrounds. After about 5 minutes in here, I believe you don't take the penalty. Now, if you come in and you leave a minute after you enter, you're going to get the deserter debuff, where you got to wait 15 minutes to queue up again. But if you stay like 5 minutes or longer, you can leave and you will not get the deserter debuff. So give or take with the 5 minutes. I'm not totally 100% accurate with that, but it's around 5 minutes. Alright guys, and that's basically it for Ashran for today's video. I will release future videos if I do this a little more, getting more intense, maybe with some strategies and things like that to look forward to. So please feel free to actually sub up so you can follow more future videos. Comment below and we'll catch you the next time. Thanks for watching Wizegamer. Bye-bye.